Hello, you have entered the Twilight Zone, where up is down and down is up, and I'm on someone else's account. Okay, enough of that. This is Age, and I'm back. Now, this is like an impromptu video, but I was talking to a friend, and I was talking to her, and she didn't like the previous zones in the game, like Sumeru and Fontaine, and she's playing catch up, right? And I'm telling her, just get through it, just get through it. It gets better, and that line gets better, and exploration and all that. And so, it took me a while. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner, but I've known this character or this person for a while, and I know her enough that we exchanged emails. That's if you don't know, that's huge for me. All right, I'm very antisocial, an introvert, staying at home, don't talk to people, whatever. But I have a pretty decent relationship with this character, and I said, hey, I don't know if our relationship, our friendship is there yet, but I'm willing to log onto your account and do all the boring stuff for you to help you catch up, because you know all this stuff is free primos to pull for stuff that she does want. So I offered, and we went through it, and I gave her my account information, and she gave me her account, and it took a little finessing with the whole verifying email and all that stuff like that. But we finally got it done, and we logged in. And after she logged out on my account, I was just about to start doing some world quest for her. I'm like, okay, so who do I have to work with here? At the time, I know she's a huge fan of Zhongli, right? So here it is. Like, this is the party that she should always use. Zhongli is always on top, no matter what party composition I've played with her, co-opted with her. Zhongli is, I call him John Lee, all right, just to bug her a bit. He's always on top, and the second player is always some random character. And I didn't know this, but when I was going through her account, I'm like, okay, I'm going to use a different party. I'm not going to use John Lee, right? So I'm like trying to figure out who's her next best character and all that stuff like that. I'm like, okay, well, I used this party composition for quite a while in my account. What's it called? This party composition. You start with Mako. You put her totems down, all three totems down, and then you swirl with Kazuha, pulling together all the grouped and all the enemies, and increasing damage against increasing your damage for lightning attacks, right? And then once they're all bunched together, I usually switch to Ayato and just use his E skill to do water damage, do AoE water damage, right? And at first, I'm like, I look at him like 73, 177. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent, right? And I'm like, okay, so I'm like artifacts, and I'm like, wait, why doesn't he have attack goblet? And I'm like, that's not right. That's not right. He should be on Hydro. And then I'm like, I'm looking for a Hydro goblet. I'm like, oh my god, the only one she has is on Xingqiu. I'm like, honestly, Jota, if you're watching this, which she probably is, because she probably isn't, because no one watches me, but I'm like, I'm just gonna move this over for now, since I'm not actually using Xingqiu. But just to increase my damage on Ayato. 80, 69, okay, that's pretty decent. And then I'm like, okay, for Kazuha, I'm like, wait, what? Wait, did I see that right? I'm like, oh my god, two piece. I'm like, no. she didn't even put the basics down on Kazuha. Like Kazuha, he is a great adventure character. All right, because like I said, like he pulls in all the grouped enemies, he bunches them up, he weakens the enemy. He's just great for that, right? He buffs the damage of the party and he groups them up. And if you get him his element to his mastery high enough, he does pretty decent as a good burst start, right? Because he hits the enemy twice. And I'm like, 821. That's pretty good. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, wait, he's not on VR and Evanescent? I'm like, oh, then I'm not gonna get the swirl decrease. That's huge, man. Like, look at that. Increase swirl damage by 60% and decrease opponent's elemental resistance by 40%. I'm like, man, why is he not on this? Like, she didn't go out of her way to get this guy done. I'm like, so Ayato didn't have his Hydro. He's not finished yet. And I'm like, oh my god. Yay, Mako, one of my favorite characters. I'm like, again, right? On the surface, I'm like, that's pretty decent. 60 crit, 199. I mean 191. That's pretty decent, yeah. And I'm like, crit damage. Okay, so she has a crit rate book. Now see, I don't have this on my account, so I'm like, increase movement speed by 10% while in battle, gain 8%. I'm like, if you could refine that, that could get pretty good. So I'm like, can I create my Yai Mako on her account? And I'm like, does she have the with this I can't pronounce that. God damn it! And I'm like, this is what I have on my account because it's great. You don't stay on Yai Mako for very long. Just get her totems down and switch. So that's why I use this. I'm like, oh my god, so she never leveled this. So that's why the book is on crit. And I'm like, okay, so well, I have no say. I have to kind of use this set. I'm like, okay, well, that's nice. And then I'm just using Barbara because, again, she's a great adventure NPC. Because, like, oh, wait.
Everything's in...
What constellation is she? Oh, thank God. Oh. I think the big one for me is this one, C1. Barbara regains 1 energy every 10 seconds.
Place, and they've taken the bait.
So every few minutes, you get a free massive heal on everyone.
Now to start reeling them in.
So you could save on your what's it called? Food. So you could like by using Barbara to heal your party and all that stuff like that. You could save. Like, you could stock up on your food icons and then use the food, these food items and co-op. You'll have like 200 of them ready to go and all that stuff like that.
I have to stifle a smile every time I remember the look on my...
That's why I like using Barbara in the party as an expert, an adventure NPC. And then so I'm looking at it, it's like, how big is her heal? I'm like, wait, what? Crit rate? What? I'm like, oh my god, is this a DPS Barbara? With crit rate? HP? And then attack. I'm like, she's in between? I'm like, what's her book? Energy recharge. I'm like, that's interesting. Now, on my account, I have her on... Please tell me it's there. Yeah, this. Prototype Amber. Now, this is great on her because it increases her healing because it's HP, has HP scaling on it. But if you get this, refine this thing, she regenerates energy every time she uses her burst. So, once it gets going, like talents... Energy cost 80, right? Instead of her massive heal being 80, you could bring it down to like 70. 70 or 65. I think my prototype, Amber, it regenerates 15 energy every time I use my burst. So in reality, on my account, it's not 80, it's 65. That's huge. So that could be a good replacement, but apparently, like I said, I can't really tell. 165 energy recharge, 45 crit. Like if it's okay, just to let you know, if your crit rate ain't 60%, it's 0. All right, it's not worth it. You need to get like even at 50%. Shut up. God. If you can't get consistent crits, it might be as well be 0, because even at 50%, it still feels like most of the time you're not critting. So she built her as like this energy recharge HP as a goblet, because I think to me it feels like this Barbara is being pulled in too many directions. She's being pulled in a direction of DPS, and then she's being pulled as a burst spammer, because she put energy recharge on her, and then at the same time she put HP to, and that would help her healing, not her damage, right? Yeah, like her E skill it's just healing. There's no damage, and it scales with HP, and so is her burst. It scales off HP, and it's just healing. Wow, she put crit on her, but haven't leveled her normal attack at all. What is this? What is this? 10-10. Yes, 10-10. And yet, yay Mako, 8-8. 6-7. 6-5. I have to ask, like, did you forget these characters at all? Like, and so, seeing this, I kind of feel like this is a common problem for people with Genshin, is that they move along too fast. They're swept up in the hype, they're swept up in the race, right? You don't realize that this is not a race, this is a marathon. An ongoing marathon with no finish line, alright? What is the point of moving on character to character to character to character, rushing to the next hype and stuff like that? There is no end. You don't have to rush this game at all. Alright? When you get a character, when you pull a character, and you pull Kazuha, finish him. Spend a week grinding his artifacts, grinding his talents, and then once he's competent, you're done. He's close to being complete. All right, let's just say he's like 85. He doesn't have like top tier, what's it called? Elemental mastery. That's what I was. God, my brain. I'm sorry. I'm just really tired. It's really late here. Yeah, that's pretty good. 821. But what you should have concentrated on first was getting main stats on the Fair Distant Fair set. And I see this, I'm like, energy recharge, and she does have an elemental mastery piece. One of the pieces, like, oh, right there, like, she's almost there. She just needs to get a hat piece with elemental mastery, right? And she's good, because then eventually, all right, don't go out of your way to farm for goblets. Never farm for goblets. All right, you see this artifact slot? If anyone can hear me, never farm for this. Never count on getting what you want from this when you go to the domains. All right, you will naturally build a massive collection of goblets. All right, this is what you call a flex slot. You get 4 pieces for the flower, for the feather, for the timepiece, and for the hat. And then leave this so it can be anything else. It can go any piece from oops. How do you do it? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Any piece from this. So it's like, okay, once you get Werner set 1, 2, 3, and the hat, you come here, you take off the filter, and then you go to Elemental Mastery and just pick anything. Which is that piece right there, which she's already equipped. But again, she should farm for that Iridescent Ventnor hat and finish Kazuha. Honestly, I think... What's her... Is her Kazuha's Elemental Mastery higher than mine? Not sure. I think so. Wow. Her Kazuha could be better than mine. Why is that? Oh, okay. I see why. See, for me, I don't have a piece that's that has Elemental Mastery as a substat for my flower. See, like this should be 20. This shouldn't. He should be on this. And I'm like, okay, well, can I upgrade it for her? Maybe I could make a better Kazuha for her. And I'm like, no. Nothing. No extra artifacts. You know why? Because she doesn't like exploring. She only she did the main story, which you can't blame her, right? I'm like, oh god, I want to mess around in her account, but I don't think I'm allowed. I don't want her to hate me.
Players' faces when I informed them of my plans today. Panic-stricken, but unable to muster the courage to say anything in opposition. Yeah.
Anyways, let's get this started. This is just gonna be a boring video of me rambling on sometimes and doing as many quests and you call them puzzles as possible, just to get primos and stuff like that. Why does she have so much than me? Oh my god, Shota! Ah! Oh god, I think I'm having a heart attack. She hasn't even started the event yet. Wait. Did she at least do this? Yes! Oh, thank god. She did at least do that. She hasn't done this. But, oh my god. 52 days? Really? There are 52 days still on this. Wow. 10 days! 10 days! Oh. Okay, I have to talk to her. Maybe I should do Natland for her, because this is ending in 10 days. Oh. Garbage man. Yes. That's right, you heard me. Garbage man. Mr. Hose, alright? That's all he is. He just blows a hose and a bunch of water comes out. Like, oh, fuck you. You and your stupid mechanics. And she hasn't done this yet. I'm not skilled enough to to do the abyss for her because I'm still garbage at this. I think she's done up to floor 12. I don't know how. I really don't know how. I see the history. I forget how you do the history. Oh, she hasn't done those quests yet. What is this? No. What the hell did I just pick up? Keep moving forward. It's literally over here? Is that what I picked up? It's teleport over here. Oh wait, no. That's underground, right? Yeah. Oh, this is... How do I get there? Wait, what? Yeah, this is like the fake person who's tricking you or something like that. I don't know how to get there. Oh no. This thing. Okay. Oh, she hasn't. Oh, she's in the repeating labyrinth part of this quest line. I remember this.
Let the show begin.
Yeah, this is the part where you're supposed to get the sword.
Huh?
She's just like You have to go through this like a 3 or 4 times. I don't know which cycle this is on. Don't tell me what's happening with the story. Like all I remember is like this girl's trapped inside of a book, and you go to free her, but she turns to be evil or something. You know, and she's friends with this pet when the pet was human or something. And you get this sword, and you is this does this lead to the fight or no that was the quest line, that was the main Archon quest. I think she did that. Will you fight that big monster in the Primordial Sea? Did you need the sword for that? Which you get from here.
Right now, right here. The wind knows me.
Okay,
Emerge.
she's on
Right here.
she's on the first
Cascade.
rotation. Because each rotation you do, there are more and more monsters. Since there's only one here, that means
Mind the deluge.
Let's dance. Come on out. Emerge.
Into the wind.
Ready, steady, go!
Yes. Very nice.
ouch. Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna mention that she has used John Lee so much that I don't think she realizes how weak her characters are. Like John Lee has been holding the entire party up, right? But once you remove John Lee, they all fall down to like just below average.
Yes. Very nice.
Oh, she's on world level 9. Yeah, surprise. Yeah, yeah. John Lee, John Lee isn't a main damage dealer. Ugh. Really, like I remember going backwards. That triggered the whole thing. Do I have to go through another whole rotation, or can I? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I remember. Okay, good. After like 3 times, I tried to go backwards, and then I saw that door. I think that was part of it.